So please do watch it and enjoy learning physics.
Good morning, students. So this is electrostatics, your first lesson, okay, in which you have learned about, first one was electric field, then was potential and potential energy, then the third part was equipotential surface, and then it got enhanced to electric flux and Gauss's law. So what did Gauss's law state to you was that phi is nothing but the electric flux, which was equal to Q by epsilon naught. That expression was derived. Hope you all would have understood even more clearly with that video which was attached with the explanation. So now the chapter gets enhanced on application of Gauss's law. Even in here, what you are going to find out is the electric field. So what am I going to consider here is that electric field due to an infinitely long straight conductor. See, in the diagram I have drawn here a cylinder. Okay, these dotted lines says that it is cylinder. You know why I have drawn with a dotted line is that's the surface that I am going to consider, the Gaussian surface. But where am I going to find out the electric field is that there is a rod. Can you just see here? There is an infinitely long rod here which is positively charged. I am going to find an electric field only upon this one. Where there are two Gaussian surface here, I have drawn one here. You can see that. Then electric field, if it is positive, always it will be away from it, away from here, this side. So I am going to consider a point P which is at a distance of R. So phi E, what is this phi E? Phi E is electric flux is what is equal to, where all I should consider is E dot dA, that is this is by definition. This flux is by definition that phi will be equal to E dot dA, which is the curved surface, this curved surface, this one, this curved surface. Then next one is the top surface because it is cylinder. So I need to find out about the top surface. Then the bottom surface. Adding of all these things will give me the electric field. Out of that, these both top and bottom will get cancel each other, where I will need to find out only upon its curved surface. So this is by law and this is by definition. So you need to compare now. Before that I will differentiate this, or sorry, integrate this. So integration, E is going to be taken as outside because integrating element is only dA, which is going to be equal to, this dA will be equal to, this is surface charge density into length by epsilon naught. So now I can equate both because E dot dA, dA is nothing but surface area of the cylinder, not about the rod, about the cylinder is 2 pi RL, which will be equal to, here I have got lambda into L by epsilon naught, equate both, L will get cancelled, at last E is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into lambda by R. This will be the electric field. There is a video attached with this, it will be even more clear if you understand that.
Application of Gauss law. Field due to an infinite long straight charged wire. Consider an uniformly charged wire of infinite length having a constant linear charge density lambda change per unit length. Let P be a point at a distance r from the wire and E be the electric field at the point P. A cylinder of length L, radius r, closed at each end by plane caps normal to the axis, is chosen as Gaussian surface. Consider a very small area ds on the Gaussian surface. By symmetry, the magnitude of electric field will be the same at all points on the curved surface of the cylinder and directed radially outward. Vector E and vector ds are along the same direction. The electric flux phi through curved surface is equal to integral E ds cos theta. Phi is equal to integral E into ds. Theta is equal to 0. Cos theta is equal to 1. E is equal to 2 pi RL. The surface area of the curved part is 2 pi RL. Since vector E and vector ds are right angles to each other, the electric flux through the plane caps is equal to 0. Total flux through the Gaussian surface phi is equal to E into 2 pi RL. The net charge enclosed by Gaussian surface is Q is equal to lambda L. By Gauss law, E into 2 pi RL is equal to lambda L by epsilon naught, or E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught R. The direction of electrical field E is radially outward if line charge is positive and inward if the line charge is negative.